Hey, what's going on, guys? Flick here, and welcome back to another episode of Season 2 of the Liverpool Career Mode. And I thought we'd start off today's episode with a press conference and a pretty important announcement. And we do have a 13-point lead with 4 games remaining, meaning that we've officially secured the Premier League title for our second season in Liverpool. That's back-to-back seasons we've won the Premier League title, and we have quite a bit of leftover time now remaining this season, so we can now shift our full attention to the final of the FA Cup as well as the Champions League. In other news, this could be the second to last episode of this season, and I actually wanted to gauge your guys' interest on a third season with Liverpool. And I am still having a lot of fun with this career mode, and as long as you guys are still enjoying it and the support is still there, I am open to doing a third season. And I'm going to make my determination based off of 2 factors. First, I'm going to leave a link to a poll on the top right of your screen. Go ahead and participate in that. And yes means that you want to see a third season. No means that you don't want to see a third season with Liverpool and have it substituted with some kind of other career mode. I might play the Youth Academy career mode a bit more, or maybe we'll do like a 1-season challenge or something along the lines of that. But I also will be looking over the likes on this video. If you guys show a lot of support for this video, leave likes, then that lets me know that you guys are still interested and want to see a third season. But with that out of the way, I think it's time that we get into the episode and play a couple of big matches. We could follow a couple of different paths in the matches that we might play in today's episode. For sure, I'm going to start by simulating this match against Southampton, then getting into May and playing the semi-final of the Champions League. This is in the second leg fixture, and we currently have a 2-goal aggregate lead on Bayern Munich. So assuming that we do advance, I would simulate against Aston Villa, play against West Ham, and then play the FA Cup final against Manchester City. If we don't advance out of the Champions League and we get kicked out, then we would just play these 2 league fixtures instead. Since we do have the Premier League wrapped up, we will be bringing out a second team against Southampton. We want to make sure our players are fully rested for the Champions League fixture against FC Bayern, because even if we do have a 2-goal lead, Bayern, I'm assuming, are going to come out and attack. So I think they are going to be fully ready for our match, and I want to make sure our players are also fully ready. Without getting into the second half of the game against Southampton, it's currently 1-1. Sula picking up another goal, and he seems to be bagging himself a lot of goals lately. 80th minute, still 1-1, and this match will end at a draw. We have picked up a training injury for Nicolas Sula. He's going to be out for 3 weeks. That is kind of a big blow because he's been performing pretty well lately. Luckily, he is our second team starting center back, so it's not as bad as it could be. At least it's not like Luis Suarez picking up an injury. Before we get into the Champions League fixture against Bayern, I did want to show you guys Mikel De Boer, and this is his full evaluation. He's fully scouted now, and a lot of you guys seem to be interested because he is Dirk Kuyt's regen, so we will probably sign him up next season. He has received the May bump now, so he's up to a 64 rating, and he looks to have pretty nice physical attributes. That's what you want in a winger. And then mental attributes could improve. Skill attributes, pretty decent ball control, but his other ones can improve. He does have 4-star weak foot and 3-star skill moves, low work rates. But hopefully he can still perform pretty well. Still no traits and specialties, but he should pick some up along the process. The May bump has also affected Gerrard's regen. He's up to a 68, and he has grown to have some physical attributes that are in the dark green now. So that's great to see, and if we can just improve his strength and his stamina, I think he could become a great player. His technical ability and skill attributes are also growing, and of course he does have the 5-star weak foot and 3-star skills. If we can bring him in at the start of next season, I could see him getting a little bit more playtime. This is the lineup I've chosen for the second leg of the Champions League semi-final against FC Bayern. Haven't changed anything since the first leg. Got a couple players there on yellow cards, but I'll make sure that I am pretty cautious with the tackles because we do have a nice lead, and I want to make sure we play defensively and hang on to that lead. Here we are at the Allianz Arena, and I believe the only change Bayern have made is they've decided to give Philipp Lahm the start at the right back position. I'm fairly certain that they had Rafinha playing in the last game. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe Lahm picked up an injury or the manager just decided to give him the start instead. But I would say that's definitely an upgrade. Lahm's an experienced player, has Champions League experience, and we just need to watch out for him. And straight off the bat, I will be going defensive and kind of see how Bayern do play. I don't know if they're going to come out and attack, whether they're going to sit back. You never know with the computer sometimes, so we just need to make sure we play cautiously the first couple minutes and don't concede. Some good build-up play right here. We have Luis Suarez looking for Daniel Sturridge to make that run. And if only that ball would have played a little bit in front of him, he could have had a chance. But we do win a free kick from a pretty dangerous position. We're going to let Suarez have a crack at this one, and I'm just going to try to get it over the wall and on target. Just over 2 bars of power, and we'll see if this one is on target. Neuer with the save, and cleared out by Martinez. We're finally testing Manuel Neuer, and Bayern haven't exactly come to play today. We're going to go with the short corner. I see someone on the edge, and we're going to play it to the edge now. It's going to be Faguli. Fake shot. Now we're going to work this one around. It's Luis Suarez. Sees Krychowiak. Another fake shot. Playing it through to Suarez. A little LT-RT action. Krychowiak in the center. Finesse shot. And Neuer with another big save. He's trying to get Bayern through to the final. And we just need to keep pressuring him with some more shots. Oh, good steal here by Krychowiak, who's been an impact player for us thus far. That's a poor foul. I would take a free kick, but Suarez is through right now. We're going to go with the shot with his left foot. Not the best shot from Suarez. This is a chance for Bayern. It's going to be Douglas Costa on the right wing, playing it inside to Paul Pogba. That one just going inches over the bar. We need to watch out for that cross. We got Sturridge here, making a great run, and we're going to play it to him in space. He has Suarez in the middle. The cross sent in. Can we get a head on this one? That header was not far off target. We're getting chances. We just can't seem to test out Neuer too many times. And the times that we have, he's made good saves. But as you can see, that one wasn't far away. Here's Philipp Lahm, the experienced player, playing it in the middle. Now to Vidal, Lewandowski on the ball, looking for some options. Gonna play it over to Costa. Now inside, it's gonna be Philipp Lahm, moving up the pitch, looking for the shot, and we're just trying to contain. Ball played inside, big save by Karius. He hasn't been tested yet, but the first time he has been, he's made a clutch save. And that's what we need to watch out for, guys. We cannot let Bayern have too many shots in this game because they can get back into this in a heartbeat. And now Vidal playing it inside. And as I'm saying that, they get a goal back, guys. We need to go back and score because a 1-goal differential is not enough for me. Bayern just have too many talented players that they can change the game in a moment, just like there. And one thing to bear in mind is that Bayern does have the 1 away goal, so we cannot let this game get equal in aggregate because technically Bayern would advance. Here we are at the halftime break, and Bayern has managed to get a goal back, putting us in a interesting predicament. We still do have the advantage, but we cannot let Bayern score another goal. Manuel Neuer has been tough to beat, and he is having a good game, but if we continue to create chances, I think we can get a goal by him and put this game to rest. A free kick for us from a pretty good position. We're going to let Coutinho take this one because I don't think he's going to get on a header, and he places it pretty well. Benatia deals with it, but we're going to get it with Klein here, playing it in the middle. It's going to be Alaba working this one around. We just need to find a good pass inside. Sturridge going to play it backwards, and now over to Suarez. Scoop turn, now cutting inside, looking for the pass, and Martinez once again dealing with it. Lewandowski looking for Sebastian Rode. We need to track back, and we cannot let him get through on goal. Luckily, Rode took the shot really prematurely than he should have. He had Lewandowski inside. We need to get a goal, guys, because Bayern is pressing. Here's Iron Robin on the ball. The dangerous Dutchman looking to cut inside. We just need to contain here. We cannot let them score. Karius once again with the save. I don't know how many breaks we're going to get, guys, because we've been lucky on a few occasions. We need to get that goal. I don't know how many times I've said that, but it still holds the same significance every time. We're going to take a few moments to make some changes and allow our players to regroup. Coutinho will be coming off, and of course, Adam Lallana will be brought on. We're going to get Jordan Henderson, a little bit more of an experienced player, on for Krychowiak. And for our final substitution, I think we could use a burst of pace with Mane. He'll be coming on for Sturridge. That's a big header won by Jimenez, and we have a chance to get that goal. We're going to switch the play. Now finding Faguli. He sees that run being made by Suarez, and we have an option here in the middle. We're going to sweat it across, and there's a goal for us. Finally, we get the goal and the 2-goal lead. That should be enough, and it's Sofiane Faguli who manages to score it. It was Suarez who created the chance, and we fully deserve to advance to the final, guys. We played so well. We've made some incredible comebacks, and I'm so proud of this team. Fair play to Bayern, though. They played well in this game, a lot better than they did play in our home leg fixture, and it's going to be sad to see them go out. We're looking for some more goals, though. Mane looking to add another one to the tally, and this is where Bayern falls apart. This is what happened, exactly what happened in the first game. First Bayern scored, then we equalized, and then they fall apart defensively, just a lot more susceptible to the counterattacks, and that's when we add on our goals and make it look like a different scoreline than it should have been. And there it is, guys. We will be going to the final of the Champions League. We had a few moments of nervousness throughout this game when Bayern did have the advantage, but we ended up getting a couple of goals back and even winning this match at the Allianz Arena. Again, I can't reiterate enough how proud I am of this team and how much our players have stepped up in times that we needed them to. Another simulated match will put us against Aston Villa away from home. We'll see if we can pick up the result here. And now moving into the first couple minutes of the game, Divock Origi, who recently wanted a new contract. I did give it to him because he wants to be a future first-team player for us, or maybe like a sporadic first-team player, but he does manage to net us the first goal in the match in the 14th minute. Now in the second half, a couple of substitutions being made. Royce brought on for Lallana, Coutinho for Ivan, Sanchez for Martins. Royce does miss a penalty, which is not good to say, and Sinclair, to rub salt in the wound, does manage to equalize. We cannot miss penalties like Royce did there. We have a monthly scouting update from Portugal, and we will see if we have any 90-plus potential players. We have a 72 to 94 Flavio Tavares. We're going to sign him up to the Youth Academy. And now moving on, 64 to 82, 84 potential, 68 potential, 65 potential, 84 potential, and finally a 76 potential. Our next match will be a home game against West Ham United, and we do have a second team coming out for this one, with the exception of Suarez, who came to me before the match, and he wanted to get the start, so I will give it to him, and we'll probably replace him fairly early on, probably around halftime. But this team should be able to get the job done. Let's get into it. West Ham having a pretty decent season, currently in the 7th place spot, and they could compete to maybe finish within the top 5 if they do play their cards right. But I'm really interested to see their starting 11 because, of course, we had that career mode earlier this year with West Ham. Here is that West Ham lineup, and it doesn't look like they've been too busy with their transfers, which is unfortunate. Here's Emre Can on the ball. He's going to play this one through. It's a nice through ball to Milner. He's going to play it inside now. Adam Lallana looking to play it through once more. It's Suarez! And inside the box, you guys know he's not going to miss. Suarez looking to secure that Golden Boot award, and I think he's got 25 plus goals. Might even be able to hit the 30 mark by the end of the season, depending on how much we do play him. But if he keeps playing like that, I think he's going to hit it. Here's Dimitri Payet, nice back heel to set up Andy Carroll. Now he will play out wide to Aaron Cresswell, who's making that overlap run to the far post, and now cleared out. Nicely done by Jonas Hector, and you guys seem to really enjoy whenever I do play Jonas, and I hope he does find more of a role for us next season, but now we need to focus on getting this one cleared out. The shot is saved by Reina. Here's Andy Carroll, looking to set something up for West Ham. He's going to play it off to Mark Noble, who's going to play it back to Carroll, who's going to play it out wide to O'Brien. The cross sent in finally. And an ambitious shot from Dimitri Payet, but it wasn't on target. Emre Can being able to play inside to Milner, who's going to play off the pass to Luis Suarez. Can he get around the defense? Gets by a couple players. Oh, that is some great work by Luis Suarez, adding his second goal. And now the question is, do we sub him off at half, or do we let him stay on and try to get his hat trick? I'm leaning toward the later option. Here are the halftime statistics. West Ham a bit unlucky not to have scored yet, but we have been so clinical on the opportunities that we have had. I'll quickly show our starting lineup, and for the time being, I'm not going to make any substitutions. Later on, I do plan on taking Suarez off so he can rest up for that FA Cup final, but I want him to get his hat trick. Once he does get that hat trick, I plan on subbing him off. And Lallana playing it inside to Milner, who's going to spot out the run, and we're working the ball around, trying to find Suarez. A fake shot, needs to get by one more defender, though. He's going to blast this one from outside the box. It took a deflection, and it is off the post. Now Markovic looking to send in the cross to the far post, and once again dealt with by West Ham United. Here's Payet. This might be the chance for West Ham to get a goal back. And Payet still dribbling it around, now crossing it into Antonio. We need to deal with this. Do not let him shoot. He works it back outside. It's Mark Noble pulling it out to the wing. Here's Payet once again, now whipping in the cross to the far post. And what is it with West Ham and these acrobatic finishes? They could probably go with a little bit more simple tries and maybe get them on target. Here's Antonio with the ball and a chance for West Ham to get a goal back. We're going to look to clear this one away. Surely that was a foul, but Valencia creating space for himself. Whether that was clean or not, I don't know about that. But West Ham do get a goal back, making it 2-1. And at this point, I'm going to make some substitutions. I'd like Suarez to get his hat trick, but we also need to start thinking about the FA Cup final. Not the most spectacular of games, but the 2 first half goals from Suarez was just enough for us to get the win. Our final youth scouting report has come in from Croatia. We'll see if we have any good talents to add to the Youth Academy. And now moving through them, we have a 68 to 92 potential player. We will sign him. And moving forward, do we have any final ones to sign? No, that's going to wrap things up from Croatia. And once again, go ahead and drop it in the comment section below what other countries you guys want me to scout. Alright guys, it is time for the FA Cup final, a chance for us to get some more silverware for this season. And it could be the first of the 3 trophies that we do win. The FA Cup, the Champions League, as well as the league title, which we will be getting in the next episode when we play our final match of the Premier League season. But first we need to focus on Man City. Let's get into it and pick up the win. It appears that both teams have decided to take the FA Cup quite seriously, And I just remember that Man City have signed Antoine Griezmann. I don't remember playing against him the last time we played against Manchester City, and if I recall correctly, he was added in January. Luis Suarez, a pretty good run to start off the match, and he's going to look to take on the Manchester City defense. Spinning inside right here, getting by one player with ease, not playing it in the middle. That was a good idea, but Kompany able to intercept it. And this is actually a chance for us to size up Vincent Kompany, because we may sign him next season. It's a nice 1-2 play between Thomas Muller and Yaya Toure. Now Antoine Griezmann, the Frenchman, finding Yaya Toure. Now outside to Kevin De Bruyne. This could be a chance for Manchester City to get the early goal. We're trying to close them down. Karius with the big save, and that one's over the bar. Here's Samir Nasri playing the long ball, and that's a great goal. I'm not even going to complain about that. It was a great picked out pass to find Antoine Griezmann. And he's looking to continue his form that he's currently having in the Euros after winning the Euros Golden Boot Award. And that is a nice header to put that one away. Here's Coutinho looking to find Luis Suarez, and we have a chance to take on the Manchester City defense. Playing it out wide to Marco Reus. He is on sides here. And now cutting through, playing it into Suarez. This has to be a finish, and that is a perfectly slotted finish by Luis Suarez. There were a lot of defenders there on the line, and he found the one opening to put it away, tying it up once again, 1-1. Here's Samir Nasri on the ball, looking to recreate a similar goal that Manchester City scored in their first one. Karius, that is a poor bit of play. I think he could have just let that go out for a goal kick, corner kick, whatever it was, but he punches it away straight to, who is that, Fernandinho, or one of the Manchester City players, and it's off the crossbar and in. Really a poor bit of keeping there by Karius. Let's take a look at this one more time, and that shot was going wide, no doubt about it. You got to do better there, Karius. Here's David Alaba looking to find Marco Reus. And we're going to try to exploit the wing. Reus staying on the ball, and he has options here in the middle. Going to get by a couple players, playing the through ball, and once again, it's Coutinho this time. Joe Hart gets a glove to it, but the finish was just good enough and just powerful enough to get it by Joe Hart. And this match is just really end-to-end stuff. Once Manchester City scores, we come right back and score ourselves, and this is going to be a very interesting FA Cup final. Yaya Toure now on the ball. We can't be giving him a lot of space. Oh my goodness, that was quite the shot, and Karius, safe hands right there. We get a thumbs up from him, kind of making up for his mistake right there. Some good play here. We found Coutinho, and he's trying to find Luis Suarez. Now holding up the play, playing it through once again to Daniel Sturridge, who's going to try to get by a couple of these Manchester City players. Plays it inside Luis Suarez. Oh, he was about to play it backwards to Daniel Sturridge, and that was a nice bit of play, but good defending by Manchester City. Here are the halftime stats for you guys, and I would say that Manchester City has been the more dominant team. Joe Hart hasn't really been able to make too many saves for them, but Karius, despite making a few errors here and there, has pulled off a couple of good saves, so it should be a very intriguing second half. We'll see who comes out on top. Here's Coutinho. Playing a good driven pass to Daniel Sturridge. Now to Suarez. Sees Coutinho making the run. And it could be a chance for us to spin inside right here. Coutinho playing off the pass. It just has to be a finesse shot from Suarez. And he is just in such good form right now, guys. Whether it's in the Premier League, whether it's in the Champions League, or whether it's in the FA Cup, Luis Suarez has been by far the best signing I've made this year. Oh, Joe Hart, that is a mistake. And now Coutinho just needs to sweat this one across. He goes with the cheeky back heel, and we're not able to capitalize on that opportunity when we really should have. We only have a 1-goal lead, and Manchester City could still be dangerous. Oh, nice picked out pass to find Sturridge. And now we just need to switch the play. Suarez able to find Coutinho. Needs to be a left-footed finesse shot. And that is some clinical finishing by Coutinho. Probably putting this game to rest. A 2-goal lead. Time for us to make some substitutions and just hang on defensively. Well, there it is, guys. We get the win in the FA Cup, and it's our first look at silverware in quite some time. Since last season, really. And we played well overall. We came back after Manchester City, got a couple of initial goals, but we responded right away, and we ended up getting a great attacking performance, which has summed us up all season. We've been one of the best attacking teams in the Premier League as well as in the entire world, and we fully deserve this FA Cup. And of course, it's going to be Luis Suarez, our captain, hoisting up the trophy. We have 2 more that we want to lift this season. One's kind of a given because we're going to lift that Premier League trophy in our final Premier League game since we already have the Premier League title secured. But the Champions League, it's going to be interesting. And we're playing against Real Madrid, so it's going to be some tough opposition for us. But guys, that is going to be in the next episode. I will show you the full time statistics for this match. But if you guys have enjoyed today's episode, make sure you drop a like down below. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. And until next time, this has been Flick. I'll be talking to you guys again soon.